What is anti-Semitism? It's a question that might sound simple, but the answer is far from it. In its most basic definition, anti-Semitism is hostility to, prejudice, or discrimination against Jews. Its roots run deep in history, its impact is profound, and its effects continue to be felt to this day. Anti-Semitism as a term entered the lexicon in the late 19th century, but the sentiments it encapsulates have been around for over 2,000 years. The origins of anti-Semitism trace back to ancient times when Jews were often singled out, discriminated against, and persecuted for their religious beliefs. Throughout the Middle Ages, Jews faced expulsions, forced conversions, and even massacres. These events were often fueled by religious intolerance and economic envy, setting a dangerous precedent for the centuries to come. Fast forward to the Enlightenment era, a time of intellectual and philosophical development. You might think that this period of progress would bring about an end to anti-Semitism, but alas, it simply morphed into a new form. Jews faced a new kind of discrimination, one rooted in racial and ethnic stereotypes. Jews were now scapegoated not only for their religious beliefs, but also for their perceived racial characteristics. The 20th century brought with it the most horrific manifestation of anti-Semitism, the Holocaust. Orchestrated by Adolf Hitler and the Nazi regime, 6 million Jews were systematically murdered in a genocide that shook the world. This was anti-Semitism at its most extreme, a stark reminder of the deadly consequences of unchecked hatred and prejudice. In the aftermath of the Holocaust, the world pledged never again, but anti-Semitism did not disappear. While many nations made efforts to combat anti-Semitism, it persisted, and in some cases, even surged. Today, anti-Semitism manifests in various forms, from violent attacks and vandalism to online hate speech and denial or distortion of the Holocaust. So, to summarize, anti-Semitism is a complex and enduring form of prejudice against Jews that has taken many forms throughout history. It began as religious discrimination in ancient times, evolved into racial discrimination during the Enlightenment era, and reached its peak in the 20th century with the Holocaust. Despite global efforts to eradicate anti-Semitism, it continues to persist today in various forms. Understanding anti-Semitism is crucial. It's not just a matter of historical interest, it's an ongoing issue that affects people's lives today. Awareness and education are key in the fight against anti-Semitism. It's a fight that requires us all to stand up, speak out, and actively work towards a world free from hatred and prejudice. And remember, it begins with asking questions like, what is anti-Semitism? And seeking the answers.